niche time, so you better have your wallets ready. Hey forum, my name is Manny, aka CascadeScents, and if you're at all interested in perfumes, colognes, fragrances in general, well this might be the channel for you. I'm not a fragrance expert, more like a fragrance enthusiast, and if you also love discussing fragrance, especially ones of the warm sort since it's getting cold out, well I think you'll especially love this video. Again, it's on my niche picks for winter this year, but as always, before we get on with everything, just a friendly reminder, 500 likes and a random one of you subscribers in the comment section below will be the lucky recipient of an assorted niche fragrance sample pack. So if you want to potentially be eligible for that, please like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, good luck. But we do have a lot to get through here, so we might as well get on with it. Starting with the first one, this one's called Terra by Davina Tara. Now I was really taken aback by this when I initially smelled it out at the tax-free event in Cannes earlier this year. For a new brand that really knew itself with its inspiration from viticulture, I just feel like they were executed such wonderfully. And then I realized it was Paolo Terenzi who did the perfume, so I wasn't shocked at all. But yeah, especially this one in Terra does a super good job. It's supposed to be evocative of the Tuscan earth. You're about to pick some of these grapes, you've been out there for hours, so as a result you're overwhelmed with these smoky, woody, and earthy aromas. It's funny because you have bergamot here at the top, which kind of come off as more fruitier rather than sharp, and you also have oud in the bottom, which doesn't come off as a traditional oud, but like a dark cedar with some sweetness, which is in part with the patchouli and the opopanax. So as a result, it's one of those brazen wood scents that I find myself recommending to others, especially if they're not into oud in a more traditional way. So if that at all tickles your fancy, please do check it out. Again, it's a strong yet lovely Terra by Davina Tara. Alright forum, moving on to the next niche brand, and this one is in the most traditional sense possible. I'm actually talking about Guerlain, and this one is called Abbey Rouge dress code. So of course, part of the Abbey Rouge family, dress code here takes that DNA and makes it more modernized. If you're familiar with the Abbey Rouge line, it comes off as kind of citrusy and florally at the top, a little spicy in the heart, and way more leathery in the base. But all of it's rather approachable and very cohesive, and was a worthy signature scent back in the day, and to be honest, it arguably is still right now. However, maybe you want something that feels a little bit more modernized, so what do? You just amplify the sweets. And here in Abbey Rouge dress code, you have more of an amplified vanilla note, and then when you throw in that tonka and that praline, you just can't go wrong here. So I especially think that's lovely to reach for, especially for going out for some of your best occasions, especially when you want to make a statement and not break the bank too much, especially in comparison to some of the other offerings on this list. So if you're looking for something traditional yet modernized, sweet but masculine, look no further. Again, it's the hard to dislike Abbey Rouge dress code by Guerlain. Alright forum, we gotta keep it moving. We still have a lot to get through here, and we're gonna get on to this one now. It's called An E by Nishane, and kind of like the aforementioned Abbey Rouge, An E kind of does something differently as well with a citrusy opening as it keeps getting sweeter and darker as it goes on. So you got that bergamot at first, also supported with some fresh spicy notes, but it makes for a natural transition into warm spicier notes and or more intoxicating notes. So notes like benzoin and vanilla definitely come out at the base here, but a very intoxicating approach to them too, in which they come off as darker, at least off of my skin. So no, this is not remotely a girly vanilla, and to me it actually leans masculine, especially with warm spicy notes kind of like cardamom supporting it as well. And overall it just makes for a really nice night out going fragrance. On top of that, you know it's a Nishane, so it's going to come hard with its extrait de parfum concentration. So I do feel like you're going to find opportunities to rock this lovely one, especially if it's going to last you too. You don't have to go too hard on the spray and people actually feel this shit. So for a more brazen yet oddly comforting take on vanilla and sandalwood, definitely check this one out. Again, it's called An E by Nishane. And here, you know what? We're gonna make this a little bit more interesting too. Again, we do that 500 like giveaway all the time on this channel. I'm in the giving mood. Christmas is around the corner. We're gonna throw this in as well. This right here is a mini of An E, but it actually has a sprayer. So at 15 mLs, there's a pretty good value on this one right here. So the winner of the sample pack will also get this too. So again, please be sure to like and subscribe and comment if you also want to be eligible for this. Good luck to all of you. Alright forum, moving on to the next fragrance. This one is also a vanilla. It's by Parfums MDCI. It's called L'Homme aux Gants. And you might be wondering in your head, why Manny, why another vanilla? And honestly forum, I think it's worth having another vanilla dominant scent in your back pocket just in case you need one. You know, maybe you're trying to channel a different type of mood, and here you definitely are, because it's definitely less brazen in L'Homme aux Gants. Now it's based on the painting that is featured on the front of it, which is A Man with a Glove by Titian, of course. Very famous painting which kind of channels this melancholic charisma from the character in it, and that's what you're trying to get out of the fragrance fragrance here, of course. So here again with the vanilla, which is less aggressive, is fused with some tonka and some oud, and together that kind of accord comes off as actually cozy in, again, a kind of sad way. And yeah, it's just a more chilled out approach on vanilla, and it almost comes off like suede, which is actually how it's described, which I think is pretty cool. So you know, for those days in where it's really snowy out and you just want to chill inside, that's why I use this scent for. Like, I can go out in this, don't get me wrong, if I'm just trying to channel something a little bit more low-key out there as well. But overall, I just think it's a really nice indoor, chilled out by the fireplace type of scent. So if you're also potentially into this style of comfort, definitely check this one out. Again, it's L'Homme Gant by Parfums MDCI. And last but not least, we have my favorite scent on this list. This one is by a brand called the House of Oud / THoO. This one is What About Pop? And it's funny because they kind of crush it with the name there, because you kind of stop to think about fragrances in a way that you can actually have fun with it sometimes. Sometimes some of these brands take themselves a little too seriously with some of the themes, like I kind of aforementioned in the last few fragrances. But what about celebrating? What about putting a smile on your face? That's why they call this What About Pop. And as far as it being celebratory, they actually made this fragrance smell like popcorn, so again, the proof is in the name there. We're talking that sweet and salty caramel like popcorn too, which is amazing. So again, you have that salty popcorn top note supported by notes like caramel, vanilla, milk cream, amber, anything about the gourmandy nature that will just support this real well. And what can I say? It's fun as fuck to be able to spray something like this and maybe eat popcorn at the same time. So it's definitely a preferred Christmas scent of mine, one I can definitely see me opening gifts to come Christmas morning that are just festivities with the loved ones. So it's hard to ignore something this celebratory. Just a really happy, true gourmand smell on a food that you just don't think to do a fragrance with. But what can I say? It's super accurate. So if that's something that you might find sexy too, definitely check this one out. It's What About Pop by THoO / the House of Oud. But hey, forum, that about does it for my niche fragrances this winter. Hope you guys enjoyed the list. Tell me if there's any niche fragrances that I missed in the comment section below, and also tell me which ones you're also rocking. I'll also leave a link to my designer picks in the description too if you're also interested in that. But until then, I think that about does it for me. Again, if you want to be eligible for the giveaway, please let me know in the comment section below, and also like and subscribe. But until then, I guess I will see you later. Take care for now, forum. Peace out. Bye. Wear your fragrances.